guys, Buck here with BTM Scale Modeling, and welcome back for another weekend of building. Didn't get as much done as I wanted to this weekend, and you'll see why. I had a lot going on. Family's all coming down sick. I've been fighting a cold all week, actually the last couple of weeks, but did get some stuff accomplished. We did end up getting the saucer section completely glued together, and everything's completed inside and done and tested, and everything works beautifully. You're going to get to see that on the video. But with doing that, it's taking a little time because you gotta let the glue set and dry, and then yes, you can see my scrabbly cats that do not know that I am recording and decide to keep playing and chasing each other. That took up a majority of the weekend. I had a lot of errands to run, feeling better. I had to go get new running shoes for working out and stuff. So on that, I got a new piece of equipment in. I got a variable power supply, and guys, like I say in my video, I don't understand how I didn't get my builds done before, just testing on 9-volt batteries and then running 9-volt batteries to power everything. Guys, if you don't have one, you really should look at investing in one. I want to thank Kenny over at Sci-Fi Fantasy for recommending the power supply that I do have. It's awesome, it's great, it's working phenomenal, and guys, you need this for any major lighting job you're going to do on a build. Now that I'm more primarily into building starships and larger sci-fi scale vehicles that I do light, it's just going to save me a big headache. The plan is later is to do some sanding on the Bondo that I've added to the saucer to take care of a couple of seams, and start finishing painting, getting all the little issues with touching it so many times, running the lighting and all that fixed, and start working on finishing up, covering up light leaks, and hopefully at some point during the week, if not, we're going to start next Sunday or next Saturday on applying the decals, the Aztec decals from round 2 onto the saucer. I want to send out a thank you to all my new subscribers this week. Guys, I appreciate all the feedback that I've been getting on this build. It's much deserved, much appreciated. As you will see in the video, I think somebody that's been following me and gave me some great ideas on how to adjust my lighting to make it look more in scale. Forgive me, I don't have my phone up. I don't have the name memorized just yet, but I do give a shout out. I want to thank everybody over Sci-Fi Fantasy for all the encouragement. Guys, I'm sorry I haven't been on as much this last week with the cold, but I promise I will get back and I will give feedback and look at what's going on the community. But other than that, let's get to the bench and see what we got done. All right. Hey guys, it's Saturday and we're continuing work on the USS Enterprise D by AMT 1400. I'm doing some tweaks. Pretty sure I'm going to get the upper saucer sealed up this weekend. That's the plan, like I keep saying, but some things that did happen this week, guys. Right here, I ended up buying and investing in a variable power supply. Now, big thing is, I don't know why it took me so long. I really don't know how I've gotten along without it, but when building starships, especially with the amount of lighting I'm doing, just keep trying to test on a 9-volt battery don't work. So guys, for building big starships or any big lighting project, I would suggest investing in a variable power supply. The one I have is a LaVolta. It's 0 to 30 volts with amperage. I'm running it right now at 9. I did start out testing this with at 12 volts, but Gearhead Workshop, who's following me on YouTube, and thank you for that, gave me a great suggestion, and he got it from Boyd over on the model shop, was for starship lighting, try running at 9 volts. And well, I did, and I do agree with Gearhead, and I appreciate the advice. Is the 9 volts puts the lighting more in scale. That's what I'm going to show you. I haven't sealed this up yet. I still have some minor light leaks that I'm going to chase down and get done before I get this sealed up. But I did want to turn it on, and I want to show you guys what's happening. So hold on, let me get everything hooked up, and we'll be right back. Okay guys, got the power hooked up, and as you can see, we are lit. Now we're getting flooded out by my work light, so I'm going to shut this down and let you guys take a look. Now this is at 9 volts, and like I said, I agree with Gearhead. Perfect. It looks absolutely stunning. Now there's some work I still gotta work on a couple of windows, clean them up a little bit, but as you can see, I've got a little bit of light leak here, a little bit there. But overall, it is phenomenal. And like I said, with this variable power supply, now I can hook everything up. I have my bridge strobe going on, I have my marker lights, I have all my interior lighting going, and my impulse engines. Let's see if I can get that turned around so you guys can see. My impulse engines going on for the upper saucer. With this variable power supply, it's like I said, it's just great. It lets me do so much testing wise and what's going on. With the bigger starships, mostly everything I've done lighted so far, I've run on 2 9-volt batteries, just tied them in and gone that way. But like I said, with these bigger kits or the bigger lighting jobs, projects that I'm doing, I understand now I'm going to have to plug this in to the wall, and that's fine. I'm looking forward to doing all that. But what I wanted to show you is just what it looks like, and I'm gonna flip this up, try to get it in the camera here for you guys. Let me tilt that up just a little bit. You can see it's phenomenally awesome looking. It's beautiful. I appreciate again, the advice on running it at 9 volts. It does bring the light more into scale. Just wanted to show you guys real quick what 12 volts looks like, just so you understand what I mean by scale. So I'm going to adjust this up and see if you guys can slowly see the difference. You see how brighter it became, and that's because I increased power. Again, it looks good this way, but I have to agree that I am going to probably stay at running 9 volts. It doesn't overpower. So next, what I'm going to do is I'm going to take it apart. I'm going to take care of some more light leaks, and I want to show you what I did to finish the inside. And then hopefully, like I said, I'm going to get this buttoned up and set to cure, so then I can start working on those light leaks, get it taken care of, and get this all finished up and get the decal work started. Other than that, I have started finishing up work on the secondary hull. My plan is I would like to try to have this done in the next 3 weekends. Don't know if that's going to happen. I'm going to try to get as much done today and hopefully tomorrow before I upload the video. But I have a lot going on this month. I have a 14-year-old birthday to plan, and we've all been fighting a bad cold going around the house, so trying to do as much as I can when I can. So I'm going to stop the video now, and I'm going to get this separated, and I'm going to show you what's going on inside, and we'll continue work. Alright, see you guys soon. Okay guys, back here. Got the saucer taken apart. Just wanted to give you a quick shot of what's going on here. Where I decided to put the tenant controls card is, like I said, in the lower saucer. And if I can get this to work right, I just want to show you where it's at. So I decided to put it right here underneath the captain, or right beside the captain's yacht. And as you can tell, when I put this together, it worked out really well. I'm not going to trim down the tenant control cords, the power line, the power wires. I want to actually run them through because, like I said, I was going to try to bring everything back up in here, but I got some negative space in here, and I'm hoping when I do this, when I connect everything, I'm going to try to hopefully have it just running right here in the next section, right down through here, because I'm not lighting up the torpedo launcher, so I'm going to just try to have everything laying down here when I go to put this all together. That's the plan. We'll see how it works. But like I said, and then I went through, I still have to clean up spider webs from the hot glue, but everything is set in place. Card is glued down. All you really have to do is just, what I did was tack it down with hot glue on 4 points, and that's it. So on the other end, let me bring it up here for you. We have everything in place. Now, the big thing I'm going to do here, guys, is I'm going to hook back up my variable power source and chase down the marker light leaks that I need to finish taking care of because, well, for some reason they don't want to. I thought I had them done and I'm still chasing them. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take my shrink tubing I have here somewhere, right here, and I'm going to shrink tube my connections for my bridge strobe and get that all wired down and secured. I don't know if I'm going to actually tack it down yet. Probably will, but I just want to get everything secured. I don't want anything shorting out after I get it all put together. So other than that, we're pretty much done. Like I said, I'm going to chase down a couple more light leaks, but hopefully here in the next couple of hours I'm going to get this thing put together, get it glued in place, get it all done, and from there we will do up some touch-up painting and do some light block painting around the on the perimeter edge of the saucer with the trench. Get that painted with a flat black, and then go back in and what I did was, because I used a rattle can primer, I decanted it so I can use it in my airbrush to touch up and keep matching the color. I don't know if you guys could tell, I was playing around with some color, and let's see if I can zoom in here for you guys and see if we can get some focusing details on. Maybe right here. Okay, right there. That shows you really well. I was trying to play around and thought I had a close enough color, but it wasn't working out, so I decanted it, and now I'm going to take care of those light leaks with my airbrush, and shouldn't mess up with the windows. I can cover those lightly with either tape or just a piece of paper to spray where I'm having the issues of the light leaks. And what it will do, instead of this brush, because that's what that is a brush mark, when I spray this down, it'll lay it flat and nice, and then we'll go back over and put one last coat of gloss primer or gloss coat, and we will get working on decals. Other than that, guys, that's probably pretty much going to be the project this weekend, is just finishing up getting the saucer buttoned up and playing with that. I'll probably do some more window etching on the secondary hull and get some of that taken care of, but I will come back when I actually have this thing ready to I'll put it together, and we'll show you that and see what else we can get done for the weekend. Alright, see you in a little bit, guys. Okay, guys, welcome back. It's Sunday, and guess what? It's together. I have finally got the saucer section all put together. Lights work, everything's great. Some odds and ends we're going to have to finish up. But basically all I did was I took, and this is my CA glue, and what I did was I got everything tied up the way I wanted to, nice and neat, and I applied the CA glue around the perimeter, and I clamped it off. Now guys, if you don't have these yet, you're going to want to get some. I'm a big proponent, especially where I work. You can find these at Home Depot in a big bag over in Power Tools for like $3 or $4 for a bag of clamps, and they're great. So I would very highly recommend getting some. So what I did is I CA'd it, made sure everything, got it put together, made sure everything fit well, and then I clamped it all. And I let that CA glue sit for at least 3 to 4 hours. And then what I did is later on, I went in, and where it didn't exactly made up that I needed to add some extra bonding, I added my T.B.I glue. Now what this did was I left the clamps on, left everything on, and just adjusted them. But what I did is I took that brush with the CA glue, or the thin T.B.I glue, and I just applied another layer and let it seep into that seam. What that did was just create an extra bond, and then I left everything clamped and let it sit overnight. I let this dry for a good 10 to 12 hours before I even touched this again. Now, yeah, there's a lot of work left to do to the upper saucer, not including the decals, but I have to go back in and do a bunch of touch-up paint where things happen. The gloss coat is great because you can wipe down a lot of mistakes with a little bit of thinner, acrylic thinner, or even a little bit of mineral spirit. You just got to be careful with mineral spirits because it'll eat into that gloss coat, and I'm trying not to do that. If you heard me yesterday, I went and I decanted my primary hull color because I used a primer. It gave me the gray that I was looking for, so I decanted. And basically what decanting is I took paper, basically made a funnel in the bottle, and then I just sprayed it. And what that does, it allows all the aerosol out and leaves you the paint. Just forewarning, when using with your airbrush, you definitely want to have a stronger cleaner. I use mineral spirits to clean it up afterwards because the primer, you know, it's not acrylic based, it's not water based, so I used mineral spirits to clean my airbrush thoroughly, so it was all good, so it works again. So the plan is to go and get all my touch-up paints done. I gotta go and light block this, and what basically all I'm going to do is I'm going to tape off the perimeter, and then I'm going to go through and I'm going to airbrush black, a good coat of black into there, and then I'll go back with my decanted primer and touch up all the imperfections that I have from messing with this, because again guys, I have touched this a lot. The gloss coat does protect quite a bit of your paint job, but in essence it won't protect everything, so you will have to go back and do touch-ups. Also, as you can see, because I am not gonna have the battle bridge, the secondary hull, away from the saucer, when I put the neck on, just to look at it, there's a lot of light leak coming out from under here. This seam did not join well, and the only reason it didn't join well is because I got a lot of my wiring and the lights. I cleared as much as I could and fit it down as well as I could. But that's okay, because I'm just going to sand this and then I'm going to paint this black, and this is all going to be hidden when I paint it, when I put it all together. I did some Bondo to some seam work here on the impulse engines, and I'm letting this all dry, and I'll go back and sand it, and then I'm going to go, like I said, I'm going to go through and I'm going to take care of some light leaks on the top and the bottom and get the perimeter done, and then we're going to start on decaling, which is hopefully I can get quite a bit done here in the next day or so. I'm going to try to work on this a little bit during the week, get more done, but if not, hopefully next weekend we'll start on getting the finished decals done. On another note, I am still slowly working on the secondary hull. If you guys have ever worked with fiber optics and any of that, these things can, with time, get brittle, so I've had to reimagine, replan some things. Instead of being able to run them both down like I wanted to, I'm just going to run one out the back, because primarily you're going to see this from the top for the aft marker lights, the red and the green, and I just ran one LED. I've gotten all this done, so I got to sand this down, and then I'm going to go through, I'm going to tape over this, and I'm going to get all this primed up and sealed in so I can start running lights. I still have to go through and etch out the windows on the bottom. I've gotten pretty much the neck done, got to do some touch-up work on that, get it clear coated. But that's the plan. Is I'm thinking I'm going to try to finish the saucer section completely. Get all the decal work done. Get the kit decals on. Get this completely finished. Get it matte coated and put it aside in a nice safe area so I don't screw up anymore on it. Guys, when you're messing with these, sometimes it just happens. So I'm going to go back through and I'm going to finish up all of the necessities I need to, touch up painting and get it all done. And hopefully that's going to take, hopefully this weekend, next weekend, and then we're going to start work on the secondary hull. Now, again, like I said, with these fiber optics, the next time I build this kit, I'm going to do something different. HDA Model Works has wired SMD real little small lights. I know you guys, if you guys haven't seen them yet, check them out. They're awesome. I'll show you on another video what they look like. But my plan is the next time I build this kit is I'm going to buy some more of those, and then I'm just going to, again, trench, but I'm going to run the SMDs and hook them up. I was watching an episode the other day from season 7 of The Next Generation, and the episode where they go look for the Pegasus. I really want to try building that Enterprise. It's got a lot more going on it, like marker lights blinking here on the impulse engines, actual lighting effect going on here in the trench on the main saucer from each of these little joint pieces here. It just pushes out a little bit of light, and that'll be easy to do. And then I noticed a lot of it in the first of the seasons. These perimeter lights on the hull, on the saucer section and the aft section, didn't blink. And later in the seasons they started blinking, so it's giving me some ideas that I want to try on my next build of this kit. As you guys know, this build is prepping me up for when I start the USS Voyager, which let you guys know I did go to HDA Model Works, and I dropped some dollars down on Tenant Control's expanded light kit for the Voyager, with the sound FX and the torpedoes, the phasers, the warp, everything. I really am looking forward to getting that in and kind of looking at it over the next couple of weeks before I start prepping up on getting ready to build the Voyager. But the plan is I'm going to do some touch up. I'm going to mask this off here in a little bit, let this all dry. I know I didn't get as much done as I wanted to for you guys this week, but we did get the saucer together, and I'll get all the touch up done here, probably hopefully today, get some more of the touch up done, get all the windows finally etched out, and try to get more substantial, so on the next video we can get to the meat of the project and start putting things together and start seeing more progress. Other than that, guys, hope you've had a great weekend, and I will see you next time on the bench. Thanks for watching.